hello, and welcome back to another episode of Blavo, 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 where we gather to discuss our favorites in reality TV, pop culture, and give our opinions, our fabulous opinions, from a beautiful Black lens and perspective. My name is Megan Donovet. I'm one of your hosts, and alongside of me are my other co hosts. I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves in just a second. But again, if you're tuning in for the first time, this is our series where we talk about Summer House on Bravo. So we've got a series where we're covering the Real Housewives of Atlanta on this channel, and we're also covering Summer House Martha's Vineyard, specifically with the Black cast. So this is episode 5 of this first season, of this debut season, and we are so excited to welcome you here to get into what we thought about this episode, this wrap up. Okay, so Candace, take it away.
Hello, it's Candace, big time reality show watcher, first time Summer House, but I'm enjoying it thus far. Take it away, Georgia. We can't hear you.
This is the second time this has happened, everybody. I have no idea why the volume will not volume for George and me. Let's see. Can we hear from L? We still have L volume?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, this is Elle. Excited to talk to you today about Summer House. Let's get it going.
Let's go. Georgia, keep trying. I have no idea what that is about. I don't even see why that is, but we have to write a nasty letter.
Try to refresh.
Yeah, trying to refresh, Georgia and me.
And then we'll just bring you back up. Try to refresh real quick. Because we heard her a second ago and we missed our friend's commentary. So this episode of Summer House, just to catch up really quick on the recap, we're going to go into the highlights. The gang is all here. We have gotten rid of 2 roommates. We have onboarded another 2 set of roommates. This is their second stay in the house, which is day 2 of their stay in the house. And it opens with the pickup of Bria and what's his face? Controlling man?
Simon.
Mr. Simon. No, not Simon.
Silas.
Oh,
Silas.
Thank you.
Arguing. And that's how it kicks off. They're arguing over the fact if Bria can keep her white Kang, her boyfriend, if he's allowed to stay for more than 3 days, because Mr. Controlling Man is anal about. Actually, that's not even what they're fighting about. I'm jumping ahead. They're fighting from a continuation from last week, from when he went upstairs and antagonized her in her room. And then she let him have it. So it was an interesting episode, I thought. They didn't do a whole lot of moving and shaking. We finally did get to meet Simon. I thought one of the show's highlights was actually meeting Simon, finally. That was the highlight. Simon was pretty interesting. And Simon brought gifts. And I was very pleasantly surprised to see how the rest of the cast interacted with him. The one that was the most angry, Mr. Silas, ended up being the one that was bigging him up, trying to sit on his lap at the end of the episode. Surprise, surprise. So, what were your highlights, Candace?
Finally meeting Simon was definitely a highlight for me. I wasn't impressed, but I was tired of seeing him on the FaceTime calls. So it was very good to the man is in the building, and I think everybody welcomed him with open arms for the most part, even before the gifts. So that was a highlight. I think the highlight was kind of the revealing of who likes who doesn't like who, and Jordan is not feeling Amir. That's not her man. That was my highlight.
Elle, did you get to see any highlights or get to note of any highlights?
I guess I'm about to go with the same thing you guys went with. Just finally seeing Simon show up. I don't think I have anything else.
Georgia, me? Blink twice? No highlight? Well, none of the ladies who said anything about Summer. I forgot about Summer. I like Summer's quick little intro to her would-be Jamaican heritage, and then she did
That
the
was
slow
good.
one
That was good.
on the young man. He almost lost his cardigan. He couldn't even take it. He had to jump in the pool. He did the dirty wine on him. I was like, whoa, calm down.
The house party was fun. The evening lap dance, and we had a little male dance from Amir, who tossed it up on Jordan. It was Jordan, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
That was cute. It was cute. We saw a little bit of the personalities come out, so that was good.
I agree. All right, let's go deeper. Was there anything in this episode that you wanted to touch base on or go any deeper? Any more character development? Any interactions? Any layered
You know
storyline?
what? Maybe we can go deeper. I have been rooting for the sex. I want to see the scandal. I want to see something. In this episode, everybody was kind of fed up with the Jasmine and Silas getting it on loud every night. And I kind of think I was too. At this point, I'm like, okay, it's too much. Y'all being rude. Do you guys not know how loud you are? It's old now. It was cute, episode 2. It gave me what I needed. I want to hear somebody else having sex. I no longer want to hear Silas and Jasmine, because at this point now, I think I would agree with the group, with the housemates. It's rude.
Yeah.
I would absolutely agree. And I thought that it was interesting that Amir had to take his stuff and move to another couch. 2 of the housemates had to close their doors and they couldn't sleep. Like, it's visibly irritating.
Yeah.
And for nobody to say anything, like, they're still laughing it off. And everybody has different personalities. I'm not so sure I'd be able to laugh it off after 4 or 5 nights, because they are all adults. So you would assume, especially married, to your point, how loud you are, or you could potentially be. Do you have no method where you could put in a pillow, like a quiet moment? Like, what grade are we in? Like, and then you're making people visibly uncomfortable. How does that not come up at breakfast? Like, I couldn't sleep last night because you guys were really obnoxious. Hopefully,
Yeah.
would say something like that.
I think she does it on purpose. Like, I really feel like she does it on purpose. I think her whole thing is, oh, I'm married, I'm gonna throw it in everybody's face, because she just gives vibes. And I think she does it on purpose because she's the one that's loud as hell. And then I got the feeling from Silas. Silas is like, oh, whoa, I don't want people hearing my wife like that. I think she's doing it to put on for the cameras.
Georgia says no, it's not for the cameras.
You think it's for her friends?
I do think she's been a show off. I don't know.
I think there's something deeper when let's go deeper. They're overcompensating, both of them, and it's starting to show. The loud production of the sex, him always having to speak on her behalf, and they're always having to be like, we're married. We're married because we're married. We know, everyone knows. I'm ready for the cracks now. It's a reality show, so I'm really ready for their cracks to show. I am.
Well, I think we're beginning to see
So
that.
we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
We can't hear you, and we don't see your messages now either, Georgia.
This technical difficulty is a mess.
She's sobbing at the dinner table about, the relationship or marriage, or what, you can handle as a newlywed or to some sort. So maybe we are going to see the crack next week.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm really, yeah. If the most are going to sex, I'm good. That was it. I was just co-signing.
Yeah, the other thing I'm trying to remember, the other thing I didn't like was it was a lot of back and forth that she had in I think at brunch or something with her friend that's celibate, and she was saying like, oh, but I know you want more, and I know you want this. I guess this is a pet peeve of mine. I think that annoys me when friends do that, because, you know, we all have different goals in life. We all have different things that make us happy and that we want in life. And it really annoyed me that she was trying to push off like her agenda on Jordan, right? Her name is Jordan, on
Yes.
Jordan. You know, because not all of us want the same things. Not all of us want the same things at the same time in life, and that's okay too. And I feel like a lot of times and this is just, let's go deeper. I feel like a lot of times in our society, women are pushed into wanting to be married and wanting to have children. And if you don't want those things, you're shamed. And I just don't like that. I don't think that's fair to do to your friends. I think you need to listen to your friends and listen to what their goals are and what they want. And just because that's something that you may want or something that you're into, it doesn't mean that everybody's going to be on the same page at the same time or even want that. You know what I'm saying? So that was my, you know, go in a little deeper. That annoyed me that Jasmine, again, she continues to be the most unlikable person on the show. I cannot stand Jasmine at all. I don't like how she does her friends. I don't like her personality. Yeah, I'm not feeling Jasmine at all. And I just, that really kind of annoyed me, the way that she treated her friend.
Yeah, that was a good point. And I think that Jordan communicated, you know what? I do want those things. You're correct. But just because I don't have them now, it doesn't make me some sad,
Mhm.
lonely bitch either. Like, I'm still here for the summer to have a good time. Maybe I'll break my celibacy, maybe I won't. But don't woe is me and try to put all of your shit on me. Hey,
Right.
I'm okay. I'm not alone. I do want those things, but girl, I'm good. Back away. Stop trying to push this. Who's hooking up? Who do you like? I thought you liked him. Girl, back away.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Georgia.
Still no
Mhm.
audio. Still no audio. What did you guys think about? Was it Jason with the 3-month-old? Do you join the cast of the summer house and you leave your 3-month-old at home? Although you and the baby mama, Georgia says peace.
And it's only a
What
2-week
you guys
run.
think?
Yes,
It's a
2
2-week
weeks.
Okay.
run. So it's like you went on vacation for 2 weeks and you got a check. I mean, it's probably not
Fair.
an exorbitant amount of money because they're a
And
new show,
and to
but
be
it's
fair,
still,
yeah,
you
to
know,
be
and
fair,
I
you know,
don't,
he needs that check. He
right.
Fair.
he
Fair.
gotta pay
Okay.
in daycare.
So I would allow it. Like if I was baby mama and I don't know what, maybe he's an actor, like maybe he's a burgeoning actor or something. I would allow it. Now, when you come back from summer house, you need to pick up your baby. I was on mommy duty for 2 weeks straight,
Yeah,
so I
your
need a break.
turn.
Your
Okay.
turn.
Fair.
Yeah.
Mhm. But I think I would allow it. Now, could he go off and do like 6 months or something? I don't know that I would be okay with that with the newborn little baby. I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know. But I don't know. I'm not a mom. I don't know. What do y'all think about him as a character? Like, yep, nobody. Oh, I'm gonna get creamed. He doesn't give y'all. I'll just be quiet.
Say
Yes,
it.
he's so zesty.
How you doing?
How you doing? Where's the party? I was like,
What? I missed that.
okay. I know it was. I don't see how. And this, I saw it week 1, and now it's week 2, and now I'm like, oh, okay. That explains a lot.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm
So
also
Who
noting
is it,
Silas
Jason?
isn't threatened by him. Check that gag.
so
And I know
Jason,
who's
Right. Yes, because they were roommates. Jason and Jasmine were roommates.
and
yeah,
Silas isn't at all.
And Mr. Overprotective has paid that dust.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, all right.
yeah. No comment. I don't want to get sued.
So Hopefully nobody will see this before I like try to run for governor or something. But you know. Hey, Stacey. No, I'm teasing. Let's go deeper. I think, my let's go deeper was the intro of the White King. Simon came, honey. Simon came, and Simon came with a whole production. We didn't just get like a cool, calm, this is my man, you know, with the simple, sometimes my man, there's like elevated levels to, hey, y'all, this is my man. This is my man. We didn't get any of that. We went all the way from this is my man to we're going to have an elaborate dinner. You all are going to have to get dressed up for said dinner where my man is paying for all of everyone's 2 to 3 course meal. He's got the check. And then at said dinner, I forgot he brought the most expensive bottle of, was it whiskey or was it?
The Clase, it was the tequila. Yeah, the Clase Azul.
That's what that was? Bless his heart.
That's what that was, honey.
So he came in the door with a gift, which is great. And then he took them out to a fancy restaurant and comped all the meals. And then he gave them those watches. I thought the watches were interesting. Now, George and I talked about this earlier.
So I saw Watch What Happens Live, and Bria said on Watch What Happens Live that he owns a company that resells and retails watches. So the reason why he gave those expensive watches is because that's, you know, a part of the company that he owns.
So marketing, and he was getting them at a discount probably. He didn't pay what the value was, I'm sure, for those watches.
No, he didn't. That was like a marketing thing for his business. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I saw that as well.
Yeah, Bria said that. But what she said,
I wasn't impressed. When I saw it on the show, I was not well, here was my thing. You are passing out Versace, and I can't think of what the other watches were.
They're Felipe.
Yes. Okay. So you pull up in a fancy car, fancy alcohol, gifts for everyone, but you sweating to stay at the house for the remainder of the trip. Baby boy, get the Airbnb next door. Get a room. If they don't want you here, what is this? Because for the last few days, it's such a long trip from Germany, and he can't just go straight back. The man's got money. Get a house. So either you got money to buy expensive watches, or you don't.
Yeah,
a true boss would have just gotten another Airbnb.
He could have done what the other Simon did. He could have done what the other Simon did. You know, Simon and Fallon. They got the place next door. That you remember when Simon and Fallon were on there. Simon rented the place next door for the house.
Your girls trip, remember? And so she didn't even stay overnight for Bolo. She went and stayed next.
That's right.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
The other Simon, African Simon, did that. Yeah. Simon he gave me very African Simon vibes. So Simon. He gave me very African Simon vibes. So yeah, I think that's a good point. He really could have gotten his own, you know.
Well, which says to me, it's not like you bought the $800 watches for everyone. You're in the watch business. Maybe they were refurbished. It's something else. Your money is maybe not that long because you guys have been begging, can I please stay at the house because I don't have anywhere else and I'm all the way from Germany vibes. I wouldn't have begged them for nothing, please. And you could go back and forth. So It was just a tale. It made sense when we watch What Happens Live, and Andy's like, oh, so that was just swag. He was giving away something that was given to him. He didn't really buy them.
Right.
I also think I wasn't impressed. Maybe he just wants to be on the show. People are genuinely opportunists nowadays. I mean, not only is it free product placement, but some people have reality TV aspirations. So you see how Bria put on, you know, she wants to be on reality TV. She's a star. So anybody attached to her, you know, you probably have pillow talk conversations like, oh yeah, girl, me too. I would be a housewife. I'd be a house husband. Put me in the summer house, girl. Put me in. So I don't
Yeah.
know. We don't really know him, but that could be part of the conversation as well. I don't put it past anybody anymore. I mean, it's 2023, so everybody want to be Candy.
Eh, she wants to be a part of the reality TV, and he is a part of her. She thinks having a white cane and a brown dog sells her better for this show, and that's what she's portraying this season. Because it wasn't good product placement because we never heard his business. Like he didn't do it well. If that was it, because those, I mean, they're the watch companies are the watch companies. I still don't know what his story is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And stop trying to buy black people. How about that? Clearly, we could be bought because everybody was oohing and on and
Yeah. Kelvin Styles became his best friend. He's all in the camera and the production. Yeah, I mean, this watch it's amazing. Versace. I mean, he's not a bad guy at all. He's a good guy. He gave you some tequila, some champagne, and a watch, brother. And before that, 2 hours ago, you had a pitchfork out and wanted him to stay away. You said goodbye.
Yeah, but you know what though? I really think that was about though. Honestly, I think it was Jasmine. So I think that the reason why Silas was even against it in the first place is because Jasmine got in his head. Because I don't really think Silas even cared. I don't think anybody cared, really, to be honest with you. This was all Jasmine not wanting that girl to have that dude there because Jasmine wants to be, the puppet master.
And I think she also wants to be the only one in the house in a relationship. Like, I think that she wants that look at me for 2 weeks. So I think she genuinely, even if it's like subliminal, is threatened by the fact that Bria has a relationship. She doesn't really want the hookups. I would even challenge, because she screams insecure to me. So I would challenge all that putting on and everybody hook up is to make things awkward so people that they don't hook up so that you can still be Queen Bee for 2 weeks. Like, she's just so annoying. It's so hard to believe that this is you're ridiculous. She's socially awkward and she's ridiculous. So
yes, it's hard to believe she
that
has like this big social network of people. Like, but it doesn't seem like they really like her anyway, to be honest. The only person that seems like they like her is the husband.
Georgia likes her. She says she likes her.
Oh, you like her? Georgia likes her? Okay. Okay.
Bless.
Well, Georgia and the husband like her.
That's true.
I don't hate her. She's annoying. She could definitely do better, but I mean, none of them are really my favorite. So
Wow.
and I dislike Bria. I mean, she was kind of okay last night, but I still don't like her. And let me say this: I'm with the vote. Simon can stay 3 days and get the hell on. Visit us at the beach. You're not a part of the cast. This is a all black cast, Martha's Vineyard. Let's stick with that. If you wanted to be a part of the cast, then you should have auditioned. You're not a part of the cast.
Yeah, I think Bria bullied all of it. She bullied her way into all of, to manipulate to get what she wanted in this whole situation. Yeah. And I think that's
and she ran that with the dog. Been there, son. That we saw it. You don't have to run it back with your boo.
Yeah,
please. And I don't think he has the personality to like really give us something else. To be honest, we've heard him enough on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he has that big. He doesn't have a big personality like her.
I say if Bria didn't give the storylines, this show would be super dry. I live for a villain, honey. I'm here for Bria. She's hilarious to me. I was so tickled when she packed everything up and I'm leaving. I am leaving. Went nowhere. Bria wasn't going nowhere. Bria is too funny to me.
When she was eating
I feel like
that
she's gonna
plate
give us
of
more
food and that mac and cheese, I was like, "Oh, girl, that's
in the bed." In the bed,
girl.
It's like, ooh, bugs, ma'am.
And then
she didn't go anywhere. She was committed.
Well, because Simon calmed her down and told her that she was acting silly.
And then you notice
sorry, y'all. Bria is gonna be reality TV gold. Bria is, I feel like I'm claiming it. Of the whole cast, that's the lasting one right there. She is a star.
I think she's a star, and I think Amir is gonna be the star too. Yeah.
Slight detour. Since we brought up Watch What Happens Live, did you guys, I thought he was like openly flirting with Andy.
Yeah, I did too.
I didn't see that
flirting with Andy.
Amir, please go back and watch What Happens Live.
Amir?
It went from I slid into your DMs before I got on the show and I said that I was gonna meet you.
Yeah.
There were just several little things, and he was like, well, something. And he was like, well, you still can. They were openly flirting. Amir and Andy.
Yes. They were.
No way.
Watch it.
Watch
I'm
it.
glad I'm not the only. I was like,
yeah, I saw it too, and I was like, oh, I didn't get the bisexual vibes from him, but yeah, definitely.
It was and you know Andy is with the shits.
Yeah, I didn't know if he was.
Andy
so Georgia's shaking her head, so I don't know if Georgia thinks he's putting on.
What do you think? No. She's saying he's not gay.
So she doesn't think he's gay. Okay.
He was just flirting.
She just thinks he was flirting.
He was flirting. I didn't call it gay.
He was flirting for sure.
It was definitely a flirt. It was definitely a flirt. And he may not have known, like, ooh, you know, how it's going to come across. It was definitely come across as a bold-faced flirt.
Oh yeah,
I love me some Amir, but you know he's in his real life. He's allegedly dating a white woman. So
yes,
yeah.
I don't know if that's true. I never got gay from Amir, but I wouldn't be surprised. Y'all know I would. I'm never surprised. So, but I never got that. But I'm gonna go back and watch now. George is saying no.
Yeah,
no.
But I think
so
him and Bria, I'm with you. I think him and Bria, especially after I saw them on Watch What Happens Live.
Yes.
They'll definitely be the breakouts of this this cast. Yeah, without question.
They're the most interesting by far. And then third is your girl Summer. But I'm curious as to see what she's going to do. Like I liked her slow burn because when we met her last week, she gave me nothing, and then this week I liked it. It was a little bit more substance there. She's very tolerable, like way more so than any of the other girls on the cast couch to me. I'm not a fan anymore of What Was Me Celibacy.
Jordan.
Yeah. Oh, girl. Okay. She's been riding this thing out like for about 4 weeks. I'm kind of over it. We gotta have a party now, a lunch to talk about how you're not getting no dick. For what?
Well, I think she put that out there because I think she's trying to put that there like I'm not interested in none of you dudes in this house. To keep it moving. That's what I think. I don't think she's interested.
And you're probably right. I don't. There's nothing about her character to me that would warrant that yet. Like no, I don't know. So I backed away from her, but I was more interested in Summer. I was curious for the character development there. And I'm ready for the other young lady to come back to the house to really spice it up. Yeah. The one that gets drunk all the time, Lucy.
Shanice, yeah, she's a turn-up queen. See, to me, it feels like, and I think that Bria mentioned this on Watch What Happens Live too. It feels like her and Shanice are better friends. It honestly feels like the other girls are actually closer, you know, and better friends than Jasmine and you know, yeah, that's what it feels like to me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing her come back so they can all turn up together because I think they're more fun. And I think it'll be interesting too because we're gonna see probably Alex and what's the girl's name again? Summer, yeah. It seems like they're gonna hook up. I hope they hook up.
We are due for another hookup. Somebody got to hook up.
I hope they hook up. And did you hear Nick say he was gonna bring his girlfriend?
I did.
That'll be interesting. If
I also saw Nick boner when he got a lap dance from his housemate. So I'm gonna need him to pick a lane. Okay, is he committed to his girlfriend or no? Every
Well,
other
he
week
ain't.
he's
Oh, I
He's
think
not gay.
he's open for business if he can get some.
Georgia, I see your face. What you saying, Georgia? What you saying?
Georgia's
No
like,
idea. Oh, did y'all hear Preston correct himself or correct his castmates when they asked him, "So are you queer?" He was like, "No, no, no, I am gay." Y'all didn't hear that part when they were
Yes.
playing
Yes.
parade?
Yes.
So I don't feel
Mhm.
bad when I called him out the first episode and y'all were like, "He didn't say he was gay." He
no, he
said,
said he was gay. He said he was
yeah.
gay.
Yeah, he likes
We
me.
were talking about the other people you tried to call out, not him.
I led with Preston. I led with Preston, and y'all were like, "No, he's here." I was like, "No, he likes
gay from
men."
the beginning. Yeah, Preston did say he was gay from the beginning. He did.
He likes
So
the
I'm glad.
men.
That was it, though. That was a pretty loosey goosey episode. It was very light. They spent the majority of it at that party. After the beginning argument, they closed it up. They tightened that up. Then it was a lot of sex, as the ladies pointed out. It was almost obnoxious.
It was very obnoxious.
Georgia saying, "No, you were here for the sex."
Okay, Georgia was here for the sex. Okay.
Too much of Jasmine and Silas sex is what she's saying. She's
Okay.
over.
Okay.
We're all over Jasmine and Silas sex.
Yes.
You've
Yeah.
seen it.
And
Yeah.
it's performative. I agree, Pat. It's very. At first, it was cute because we'd never heard it before or seen it, and now it's like, is this the same soundtrack again every time, all night long? This is performative.
And
Cut it
then
out.
he tries to make it a thing of, well, if you can't be vocal, then I'm no longer turned on. Did you guys catch that?
Come on, let's rewind and let's go deeper. Because what in the Joe Jackson patriarchal bullshit is that? Now I got to perform for you, even with the lights on and no cameras and no mics. Now every night I got to be your fake ass porn star. Clearly, she's not busting no nuts. I feel like sometimes, respectfully, I feel like sometimes women have to just perform. You don't even know who does that every night. All that on schedule, screaming and hollering at the top of your lungs every night.
But
Correct.
she has obviously performed it, and he is now
Yeah.
accustomed to it. And his point was, well, if you're not doing it, then
That's how she got that ring in 6 months.
I'm losing my interest.
She got that ring in 6 months of doing all that performing and moaning.
Yeah. And this is, I'm totally off, but we have mentioned this amongst the group. This is a good tie-in with Love and Marriage Huntsville. Well, we also kind of talked about the performative sex with Kimmy and her husband.
We didn't talk about that on camera. Okay, we have to do a 5-minute segue, and then Georgia, I'm gonna need you to put it in the chat because we didn't even talk about this one. We didn't talk about this one. I think we might have talked about this, you and me, Candace. We did not talk about this with the group. That still rocks me. This Saturday, Love and Marriage Huntsville, high level paint the picture. Kimmy is talking about how she is feels or felt. Is it feels or felt? I don't even know. This past tense, current tense. She's in a marriage with her husband. And even in the midst of her chemo treatment, because she's a cancer survivor, she has felt that the constant need to perform sexually night after night for her husband. And to which he replies, "That's your job." And I said,
Well, he didn't. He thought, well,
"What?"
you're enjoying it just as much as I am because you're loud and you're doing all the things. And she like, I'm doing that for you because I'm not getting the same thing out of it.
She even admitted her libido has been like non-existent since the chemo. So that goes back to my point about like, this isn't even authentic. And then these men are genuinely looking at you or responding to the performance and feeling that this is authentic. Then I push back, what's going on in y'all's relationship really? Which I've always said about Kimmy and what's his face. Because what are y'all really talking about?
Well, she knows that he has already wanted more sex than what she was providing before the situation, as she said, and she knows she had to keep it going.
Yeah.
But these brothers, they wives were with the theatrics, and that's what they expect.
Keep it up.
Silas and what is his name? I can't think of his name. Whatever Kimmy's husband's name is. Just one crossover point.
Is
No.
he Maurice? He's Maurice.
Maurice. Yeah.
He's a menace.
You're gonna have to keep it up. You're gonna have to keep it up. You start that stuff, you're gonna have to keep it up because he's gonna be looking for it.
But
she's had a real fake moment in the car. She tries to laugh it off, which I felt uncomfortable even watching. Like she couldn't even have a direct conversation with him. It has to be all laughy, jokey. You're talking about your sexuality on the heels of chemo treatment. Let's turn down the radio and have a real one-on-one conversation. And I think that's worthy of consideration. Because one, if you're healthy, you may not always feel like performing, to make his ego, alarms go off every night. That's just human nature. And people react differently, have different sex drives and react differently sexually, naturally. Like I genuinely don't believe, and I wish we could have like an expert or a sexpert on here, that everyone has to have hooping and hollering sex in order for it to be orgasmic, right? That's my point. So the fact that these men are under the impression that that's what it takes. What are you watching? Pornhub? Like,
yeah. That's
Silas said it was a turn off. He was turned off. Like his dick got soft because she was not. You reenacted the part of the game.
Which is why she's so loud.
I mean, again, the roommate had to take his stuff and go downstairs. My ass would have knocked on the door. Like, what are y'all doing? I'm trying to go to sleep. Don't take all that. Just don't take all that. Amir woke up tired. I wanted the production to talk about that. Amir woke up groggy, honey. He said, ooh. And so I was in there making breakfast.
That's why I said affirmative.
Anything else? Summer house. Did we miss anything? I didn't take any notes.
I thought it was pretty good. Again, light and airy. We'll see what happens next week. And hopefully it gets a little spicier.
Fashion.
Ready for some drama.
We had a full dinner. Did anybody bring it to the dinner? Bria was cute with the feathers.
Oh yeah, her outfit was cute. The feathers was cute. Yeah. I did like that. Bria's outfit was cute to me. Yeah.
What are you saying, Georgia?
I can't tell. Alex. Alex looks good with that vest. Alex gave us a look with the vest and I thought it looks good.
Alex did look good. Yeah.
I did not like Jasmine. And I am a lady. I love to see ladies with a nice lid. The straw hat for the evening dinner just didn't go for me with that dress. I didn't like it. If she was going to some kind of brunch outside on a patio during the day, then that look would have sold. But that straw hat for the evening was just a no for me.
Inappropriate. They all looked a hot mess going to brunch though, when it was all them walking, like not the dinner.
Well, that was like just their regular.
And then Preston, somebody had on boots, somebody had on open toe sandals, somebody had on a tea dress with applique. I was like, where are y'all going? What in the band of ridiculousness is happening here? And which brunch is this? Where?
They are not the fashionistas. They're just not. I mean, to be New York and they're on the Vineyard, they are not giving any fashions as far as I'm concerned. And it doesn't have to be like labels. Like they don't even really have style to me.
No.
And you get a little bit from Nick. Let me give Nick something because Nick does try.
Nick tries.
Does have his, he's the look of the cardigan. He's giving you polo. He's attempting to give you something. So I want to acknowledge Nick. Outside of that, like style less. Forget about, maybe if they were to have some money and checks and labels. No, they just have no style.
None.
But Bria was cute for the dinner. I don't like Bria, but I will say, like, she looked cute
Yeah, I agree.
as she passed out her man's watches.
Yes. And I like Bria, but I was so underwhelmed with that dress. So,
But it's more than you've seen in 5 episodes.
and that speaks volumes. If that is the bar, ooh, child, then yeah. But yeah, those are my final thoughts. Till next week, ladies. Any final words so we can close it out until our next episode?
I'm looking forward to Shanice coming back. I think she's gonna bring the drama. We're still seeing something's happening in the hot tub. So I'm excited for that. And again, there's some type of crack and breakdown with Silas and Jasmine. So I'm excited to see what that is.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, Georgia, we wish you all the best on your technical difficulties. And by we, I mean me and Proudcast. I'm going to work on that in the back end, friend. I'm sorry. We've missed you truly. Now it's 2 weeks. So we got to get this handled for our next recap. We love you all. Check the description bars in our YouTube channel as we update our imaging and our branding. And we look forward to seeing you all next time for another episode where we discuss all of our favorites in pop culture and reality television. Again, thank you for joining us for Blavo, Blavo, Blavo. And until next time, y'all stay blessed.